All right, here we are. We got another episode of Baseline to Baseline with a special guest here. This episode is going to be real special because it's a Delaware connection going on here. It's actually the first Delaware athlete that I've done an interview with on here. So, I'm gonna allow Gigi to introduce herself to everybody. So, go ahead, Queen Gigi.
What's up? My name's Jezelle Banks, but everybody call me Gigi, and I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay. So, Gigi, you obviously, one of the top freshman recruits right now in the country, if not number one. You've been making a lot of noise this summer. So just we gonna tell the people about all about you in this interview and pick your brain a little bit, see how you feel about some things. But so you going into your freshman year, just started school, right?
Yeah, we started last Monday, the 28th.
Okay.
This month.
So yeah, so coming on, you had a big summer this summer. So coming out this summer, how do it feel now to, finally hit another milestone? You going into your freshman year of high school. It's a big jump. So how does it feel?
Um, it feels good. I already feel a change a little bit academic wise. At first we was in the middle school, so like we was just in these two little hallways, and now it's like we free. We just gotta go to classes, get our work done, and then we on our own. But other than that, it's been good. The summer been crazy. Traveling, it's probably my biggest part because last summer played on a 15 bracket. They didn't really have us going nowhere besides like tournaments. We was like not even EYBL last year. So this year playing on 16, we played on the bigger courts. I got recognized by like bigger coaches. Um, got selected for junior NBA, and then went to Vegas. So it was just a lot. But when we came back, we got jet lag was crazy. Like we came back first day. I think I was cool. Second day, I'm going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep, waking up. Third day, I'm just knocked out. So I say I probably took a week off, and then I had to go right to Atlantic City, where we played our last tournament with Team Durant 16s, and then after that, had to get back in the lab because season coming up. I still wanted to stay sharp, and then we had summer league, so it was crazy though. It was crazy.
Okay. So I'm glad you touched on a little bit of everything you did this summer because we definitely going to get into that. But I kind of want to start with kind of where your origin story kind of takes off, like as far as what really made you fall in love with basketball. Like tell us like who really put the ball in your hands? Like when did that start for you? Like you realize, okay, like I love basketball, like that's something I really want to do.
So my pops, so we was at the center, William X Anderson Center, and mind you, I was like 3, 4, but I started off with boxing up there, just like playing, but I was like wanted to do it. One day I got in trouble. My dad was like, I wanted to spar. He didn't want to let me spar. I caught an attitude. He told me go downstairs and run laps, and I didn't want to run the laps. I'm like 4. I'm not running laps. So I see a ball, I pick it up. Ever since it ain't left my hands, and then every day I go back to the center. I just went downstairs playing with the ball. So then I guess my dad realized that I'm taking it serious. Like I'm going down there just doing my own stuff. So then that's when we came back home one day and we just talking. And my mom didn't believe it. Like she like basketball, but it runs in our family. So I guess she had a little feeling, but like she wasn't really locked in like how we are now. Then that's when we start playing in the little leagues, center league, city leagues, silk leagues, all them Chester League, Chester Biddy. Then that's when I guess I started playing with boys. I was by like first grade. I guess I started to get locked in more with the game, and my dad was like, "I'm about to take you to tryouts with Team Durant." I go to tryouts. I make the team. It's boys. I'm playing up what grade? Second grade. And what happened? Oh, we going. So I'm playing. We playing like it was like normal AAU. Then that's when it was this one tournament. It was nationals. They said I couldn't play. Girls can't play nationals. It probably changes now. So then that's when we go, and I'm like, Mom, I can't play basketball no more. Like this over. She goes, it's a girls' side. I'm like, girls' side. I don't want to play with the girls. I want to play with the boys. So we still finding summer leagues for me. I played with my dad coached me till about like second grade. Then that's when we found my first girls team, which was Philly Triple Threat. And I always played 2 grades up or 1 grade up. I never really played my grade. So then that's when we playing, and it was amazing playing with the girls, playing up, having fun. And I probably say I really got my killer instinct from the boys. Like they didn't treat me like no normal girl. They treated me like a boy. They didn't want to pass me the ball. I'm getting pushed to the ground, crying, all that. So I guess that's really where I got that killer instinct from. So then that's when we playing with the girls. I started off with Philly Triple Threat. Played with them till like 4th grade, 3rd grade. Then we playing up still. I'm going to Lady Elite. Then we went to Philly Sparks, then New Jersey Sparks, but then New Jersey Sparks lost their Nike brand. So then that's when one day Jaquise, big bro, he texted me. He like, yo, who you playing with this summer? Mind you, I'm in 6th grade going into 7th. He
Okay.
like, who you playing? I said I'm playing with nobody because we lost our Nike brand. So I'm just playing at this point.
Scramble.
First team that got to me was Team Durant. So mind you, my mom the biggest fan of Katie. We get on the phone with the pops, organization, everything. Katie did everything. They like we got a spot for Gigi. She could play 15U during EYBL. Mind you, I'm in 6th grade going into 7th. So then that's when it was crazy, yo. We mind you, they all the way they in the DMV area, so we had to drive 2 hours every weekend, So my coach understood I wasn't gonna make it some weekends. So it was a hustle. It was a hustle for sure. But it all paid off. We got first offers last year when I was in 7th grade. Um I don't remember my first offer. It was probably Marquette or it was one of them schools. And then that's when I think that's when we got to Nike Nationals, and I just started like I was surprised, like it's an awesome experience, like this is crazy. So then that's when my coach was like it's your time, like it's the big stage, you got put on the show. So we lost in the finals against Essence, and when I tell you it was not a good win, I mean a good loss, I was mad, I'm upset because this is my first time ever playing junior EYBL. So I'm thinking I lost a lot, and losing for a basketball player, like it's like the end of the world. Keep it a bean. So
Bad.
it's just like, yeah, we don't like losing when you like really into the game. So then that's when we talked, and then last year they talked about moving me up to 16s, and I was like, all right, I'm ready for it. And now I'm enjoying it, getting coached by Coach Cabria. She on me a lot. I feel like our relationship's strong, and then you got my teammates, and then it's just awesome.
Okay. Okay. So that's pretty much how this all started. And now you here, you know what I'm saying? So you feel like you kind of picked it up early as a kid. Like, okay, so when would you say you really started training hard, like every single day? Like when would you say around what age?
9, 8. Yeah,
Nine?
like when I was like, below that age, we probably was just in the gym when I wanted to. Like I would go to the center and just shoot when I want to. But I probably say after my first AAU boy season, that's when like we locked in, go to the Y, the gym, start shooting outside, everything. It was just that's when like I was like I can't take no days off.
Okay, okay. So let's fast forward a little bit to about 6th grade. 6th grade. Did you play on your middle school team?
Personally,
Yes, as a sixth grader.
I played for Kumba Academy 6th grade. Well, we didn't play that year, matter of fact, because COVID. So 6th grade was just like normal AAU year with PA Sparks when I was playing up 7th grade. No, that was playing up 7th and 8th grade with PA Sparks, and then that's when for school we played. I played so at Ursuline, and also DIAA rule. You have to play 1 year middle school at you if you want to play 8th grade varsity.
Okay.
So that I did. I came to Ursuline 7th grade, played that 1 year CYM, and it was good. We won the championship, of course, and then we just played from there.
Okay. Okay. So you say your 7th grade year you started playing with Ursuline. Then we move on to 8th grade year. Now, you feel me, you starting varsity. You know, people are starting to really recognize Gigi as a household name. Just talk about, what that experience was like as far as, being a leader on your team as an eighth grader. You're not even in high school yet. You got all the way to the state championship game. Of course, unfortunately, you took a L, but I'm sure you learned a lot of things from everything that played upon this whole season and the whole tournament run. So just talk about that.
It was definitely like a crazy experience. It was crazy because growing up, Coach Noonan always invited us to the games at the Bobs, and we joined them, and it's like a picture we always look back at. Me and him on the court when I was like 7, 8 years old, watching Chriselle Gordy, Lish, all them win the state championship. It was crazy. So it was crazy. But we started the season off, and I already knew our team was gonna be tough because we already had that bond off the court, some of us, and then we had new players coming. Of course, me and Tay as a freshman. So it was awesome, and we already had bonds with the players. So we practiced and we had fun a little bit. Sometimes practice could have been crazy, like we joking around too much. Had games. We lost. The only 2 games we lost to was against Sanford and Sanford. That was the only team. And when I tell you, I really didn't like losing to them. I didn't. But I feel as though first loss, we needed it because we needed that. We needed that motivation and we didn't need to be confident going into the finals at the Bob. We needed that loss against Sanford. So we took the first time. And it was a we needed it for sure.
Mhm.
Then that's when we plan our games. We won all the rest of our games. Then we get to the Bob for the finals. And it was just an awesome experience. Like you don't experience like you wouldn't think you gotta travel the bus, go to the Bob, you gotta wait in the locker room. Like it was just awesome. Then that's when we start warming up and I'm like getting butterflies. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like I can't believe I'm really like on this
Period.
Bob. Like it was just awesome. Delaware, like it was just awesome. And then you seen like the fans, everybody from Delaware coming out, and you like, wow, like and the first person I'm looking for is my mom, of course. And sometimes you looking, you can't even find her. You gotta ask people where your mom, your dad. And it was crazy. Then that's when we played against Woodbridge first. We won. That game was rocky though. We started off slow. Then that's when second night comes Sanford. We talking. We getting our tears out before the game and everything. And then our coach, because we got a message from Elena, and then he got teary eyed reading it though. So it was crazy. And then that's when we get on the floor. We waiting because you gotta wait at least like 10 minutes before the game to start warming up, so it's even. And I'm looking like it's packed. I'm looking in the stands, and I'm like, yo, we really about to play Sanford for the championship. And you just think it's a dream for a second. Like my heart pounding. You got people telling me to calm down. It was crazy. The game starts. Um, I didn't hit my first 2 shots, so I'm like, I'm about to have a bad game, and it's about to be bad. So come down, fast break. I lay the girl. I get a layup. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready now. So I'm hitting. We on fire. So they blowing us out like by like 20 the whole game. We come back. It's about to say I said about like second quarter. We come back and it's getting close. I hit a 3 to tie the game up. So then you got Dallas Pierce, senior. She coming down. We couldn't stop her. She getting layups and everything. She good. And then that's when we going back and forth. We scoring, they scoring, we scoring, they scoring. So we fouled. They 1-1. Dallas took the 2 foul shots. We go down, miss the shot, and she get fouled again. So it was just once she got fouled again, be like, dang, it's like 2 seconds left. You can't really do nothing. 4 points, 2 seconds left. So we like, all right, yo, we got like toughen up. So I start getting teary-eyed because I'm like, we just lost, and I really wanted it, of course. But it was good. It was definitely motivation because if we didn't take that loss, I just feel like we would have been going into our second year like confidence and everything, thinking we number one whole time. We just lost, so I just feel like we really needed that loss to get us motivated. But I
Mhm.
feel like now we good. We got me, Tate, Emma. We got shooters. We got our 2 big Sky and Jazz. Shamira just came back, so I feel like this year, next 4 years, probably gonna be UA on top.
Yeah, for sure. I like y'all definitely. And especially like you said, y'all got that experience now. Y'all got that out the way. So now y'all coming back, y'all better. Y'all
Like,
all have individual summers that, were good for y'all. And now y'all got that chip on y'all shoulder, like, okay, like y'all got some food, like, so um another question for you. Who would you say, when you were first coming up and first starting to fall in love with the game, who were like some players that inspired you, whether that's WNBA or NBA, either or, like who are some players that, inspired you?
I'd definitely say if I was to say NBA, I'd probably say Allen Iverson for sure. Like my dad used to always bring him up to me like, "Yo, you got want to be like him when you get older." And just like at first, I didn't really pay that much attention to AI. I got my first jersey. My dad brought up to me number 3. I'll never forget. No, it was my mom actually. My mom like, AI number 3. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just wear that number. And as you can see right there, it's just like number 3 always had my it always been my number. Sometimes I rock 23. That's my second number, but I probably say AI. Hmm, I probably AI and probably I think Zaya Cook. She just made it to the WNBA. She played with South Carolina. I just feel like they both got that killer instinct. And Zaya, she just a bucket. Like she confident,
Yeah.
but at the same time humble, and she know what to do at certain times. She know when to take over and when to just. And
Mhm.
she's persistent. Like she never gives up on the court. Either they losing, they winning. I just feel like I could compare my game to her. And then Allen Iverson, just our moves are similar, like the killer crossover. Our mentality for the game is and
Nah,
see.
that's those two players are good comparisons. I can definitely see like how you probably take, bits and pieces from both of them, especially Zaya. Because Zaya, like you said, like she just really like the floor general for her team, but she just a killer. Like she always got
Yeah.
she not scared to let you know about it either. Like, and you definitely got that too. Like you got that swag. You feel me? You'll talk a little trash here and there. You feel me? So, nah, that's tough. So, okay, so you mentioned how you started, you got with Team Durant. Um, talk a little bit about how that experience was. You went to KD Skill Academy this summer, got to meet KD, chop it up with KD. So talk about how that really transpired, like becoming one of the premier athletes for Team Durant, boys or girls, and just locking in with KD this summer, and getting to meet him, and I'm probably sure he gave you a little bit of advice or some tidbits that you could take. So talk about that a little bit.
It was definitely a crazy experience. Me and Katie was already texting on Instagram. So like about like 2 years ago when I first got on Durant, my uncle was like, yo, he was just checking Katie followers to look for somebody. He was like, Katie, follow me. Mind you, I didn't even know Katie's Instagram because it's easy money sniper, but you want to type up Kevin Durant. I'm typing up Kevin Durant. I always was looking for his Instagram. So I never found it. So I'm like, all right, I'm not about to keep looking for this. Like it's no point. So then one day he called me, he like, Kevin Durant fan. I'm like, huh? Then another person told me because I guess somebody just said it. So I'm just getting text after text. Somebody added in their story. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta find his Instagram. So I asked my uncle, I said, what's his Instagram? He said, Easy Money Sniper. So, my mom, like the biggest fan of Case. So I'm like, mom, he just followed me. So we texting back and forth. She happy, I'm happy. I followed him back. So he texted me, we chatting back and forth. And he was just telling me stuff like how proud he was of me and everything. Um, Definitely playing on this team is a pleasure. Like not that many people get the opportunity, especially coming from Delaware, small state, small city. Um, it was crazy. Like the first season, first 15 season, we lost, but like I didn't know anything about like playing on that big level, that big stage, EYBL for sure, getting gear,
Mhm.
sponsors. It was just crazy in general. And then like everybody hitting you up. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's when it first started getting crazy. It got worse 16s. First Chicago. Like people was just adding me in their story, like just like it could be like random people. And then I probably say I started getting recognized when I crossed the girl. And like it was somebody posted it that was famous. It was either Chris, some like I don't know his name, I forget. And then that's when I guess he posted, and that's when I started blowing up. And then that's when overtime helped me for sure. It was just crazy in general. And then towards the end of the season, we started getting hit up for like elite camps, ranking camps, all American camps, and of course I couldn't attend a couple of them because like traveling to AAU.
Mhm.
But definitely, when I got contacted for junior NBA, I'm thinking it's one of them fake like Aces camp or something. I'm not thinking it's that big. So my dad, like, he go, you gotta go to this junior NBA camp. Mind you, we in Chicago at the time. So next week is the camp. I'm like, huh?
Right.
And I don't wanna, I'm like, I don't wanna go. Like, I'm tired. So then that's when I start seeing NBA posts and I'm like, oh, this is like big. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go. Get there, meet new people. You meet people from Italy. They talking different. You got like, it was crazy. They had to learn English, I heard, to come to the camp. So it was just amazing in general. Getting that experience, meeting Brittany Griner, everything. Then that's when we get to the camp. Oh, and Gary Payne, he gave us like so much talk. We get to the All-Star game. Mind you, they talking about a 3-point contest, skills challenge. So I'm like, I want to do the skills challenge. They said they was going based off the scrimmage we had earlier. So I was hitting threes in scrimmage. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they about to pick me for the 3-point contest. And every event we did that week, it was in alphabetical order. So I'm like, I'm about to go first. Watch. So we wait 10 minutes until the All-Star game over. They pull us down in the locker room. We meet all famous people, get an interview, everything. Um, they said, Gigi, you first. I'm like, huh? So, I'm trying to trick everybody. I'm like, he just said I didn't have to go first. Whole time they not playing that. So I had to go first. So we watched the WNBA All-Star game. Mind you, they got warm-ups when they shot. So I'm waiting. I heard 3. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go. Mind you, I don't want to shoot the 3-point contest. I want to do the skills challenge because I'm confident more in skills than the 3-point contest. So that's why I probably say an underrated part of my game is my 3-pointer.
Okay.
So when we go shooting, I'm shooting, I'm hitting. First time I got like 10, but like 10 was like bad the first time because I didn't really realize how many balls it was. Like 20 balls. I'm like, oh, I just did bad. I'm not even making it. So then that's when the person after me go, and the person after me. So they all get below me. I'm like, oh, I'm the highest girl, so I probably won. So that's when the boys go. He get higher than me. So they did the top girl, top boy. We get the ball, take the flick. So they go, I want to see boy versus girl. I'm like, huh? I'm like, yo, they burning me out, yo. So that's when me and him play against each other. And what would I say? He go first. Mind you, he could shoot. So I guess I got in his head. I'm like, yeah, you not winning. So he scored 8. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then at the end of every rec, you get a money ball. So I'm like, oh, I'm about to get this. So he get 8. I'm like, all right, this is my chance. Everybody like, Gigi, come on. He just only got 8. So I'm hitting. I'm at 7. Everybody like, one more. I airballed the first shot. Then that's when, chill, I airballed the first shot. Then that's when the second shot I made it. Everybody clapping, but I still had to make one more to like to win over him. So I did that. We won, and it was good for sure. And then that's when we get invited to the KD skills camp. Like it was all Durant people only, private camp, and that was crazy. Like that was good. We did stations. Quantum helped us out. Then that's when we played, and then that's when we did the one-on-one contest and everything. And then that's when I played Kendall Deli 5-star.
Okay.
She UCLA, and we like tied for the one-on-one contest. Then that's when I shot a 3. But I don't remember the score, but like it was just us two. So I shot the 3, and then I won. It was crazy, but like we was tied the whole camp. Like we was going back at it. Then that's when we did like 2-on-2 contests and everything. That it was definitely crazy, but it was definitely one of the best summers ever.
Okay. Okay, so I'm glad you touched on junior NBA experience because I did want to ask you about that. I saw a lot of, players that I recognize out there, players that I've worked with, and off rip, I knew it was going to be an amazing, camp for y'all. And I was super glad, that you got invited and that y'all got to experience that. So, I wanted to ask, I like you said, you met some players from different countries, Italy, and so much so forth. Is there any players that that you didn't know before then that you met out there that kind of stuck with you and resonated? That's like, yo, like they kind of nice.
Yeah.
Girls players or boys players?
All right, first I'll probably say the boy player. I didn't really know him, but like, of course, we knew of each other. His name Ty, TJ. My fault. His name's TJ, and that's game now. Like, we resemble each other game wise. Like, and then we got closer. Like, we call each other twin. We got kind of the same offers, and he just like resemble each other. Like, he's tough. He's tough. Like, he's tough, and he played for I think it was Pro Skills probably, if I'm wrong. Oh well. And then the girls, it's my girl Jordan Palmer. She me and her, we already knew each other, but it was like hey, bye bye. But we got there and like we already like gang like what's up, because we knew we was gonna have to stick with each other because we probably the only people that probably know each other. And we got closer, and then that's just my sis now. And then of course we both class 2027, and she tough, like she's strong. So I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy playing with her, picking rolls, picking pop, everything. It was just one of the best things ever.
Okay. Okay, that's tough. That's tough. So, um, you like you said, you got to meet a lot of pros out there. You got to meet Gary Payne, Brittany Griner. My guy, Corey Alexander was, one of the hosts for the camp. Shout out to Corey. So, talk about, did they give you any gems or drop anything like that kind of learned from them or took with you once you left?
Yeah, definitely for sure. Definitely Gary Payton. He was just touching, like he's one of them, like he go deep, like he'll go deep into the conversation. You could tell he's just somebody you could talk to forever. But he was just talking about how like he just like was talking about like just like really, if you want to enjoy the game, like play with it, play with the game. Like, don't just play with it for fun. Like, actually have fun with it. No, you done having fun, just that's when you know it's over. We're just touching up like basketball saved a lot of people, saved him for sure, helped him. Of course, basketball for sure gonna help you. He just wanted to like touch on how like basketball like really takes you far. And then mm, who else? And then with KD was just talking real, like, cause he like a cool person, like he like a normal person. So he was just touching on like how like telling me good moves, when I miss a shot, stop getting in my head. He was just touching on like a lot of stuff, and it was just like something I needed.
Okay. Okay. So, let's talk a little bit, about your recruitment. You say, like your first offer, you was in the seventh grade, um, and it's from like Marquette. Now as you're going into your ninth grade year now, you got a bunch of offers from all different types of schools, Texas, Ohio State. So like, talk about, who you feel like, is showing the most love right now? Like who's the most consistent, reaching out, sending you letters, stuff like that.
Um, Sending me letters, I'll probably say maybe I'll go with Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably like the one on my head right now. That like I'm like looking in the box and I just keep seeing it. Staying in touch wise, all of them definitely like they just they cause definitely. And but yeah, that's it's all of them. They gonna try get as many cause they can, cause since I'm in the ninth grade now, they like can't reach out to me. I have to reach out to them. So like they'll text my coach or director and try to set up calls, and then I just tell them a good time for me, and then we go with that. But yeah, definitely all of them. They staying in touch.
Do you have
But
a dream school?
huh?
Do you have a dream school?
Yeah, my dream school is South Carolina.
South Carolina. That's tough. That's tough. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me, you know, three goals that you want, as of now, you're just now starting your high school career. And even though it might seem like you got a long way to go, a long 4 years. Trust me, Gigi, when I tell you this is going to be the fastest 4 years of your life. So give me three goals that you want to accomplish, from now till your senior year.
Senior year,
Yeah.
I wanna for sure first goal probably just have an awesome 4 years. Second goal is to get Gatorade Player of the Year, hit my 1,000 points, and play in the McDonald's All American game.
Okay.
And my last goal is to probably good goal. I'll probably say just have good grades, honestly, but that's good.
That's the best goal you put, and honestly, not a lot of people would say that. So that's I loving that. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Okay, so I got one more question for you before I throw you on the hot seat real quick at the end of the interview. So how does it feel to really be like a pioneer for the girls game moving forward, as far as sometimes, unfortunately, like the girls get forgotten about sometimes or don't really get as much attention, but you're kind of like breaking the barrier with that at an early age. Like you're getting a lot of recognition. People are wanting to talk to you, wanting to follow you. So how does that feel, like really being a pioneer for breaking those barriers?
It definitely feel good. Like you definitely got that chip on your shoulder at some points. Like you gotta you gotta really think about things you do, because one day, one thing, 1 second could really change your whole career. So you really just gotta be careful because you never know who's watching. But definitely, it definitely feel good. Like first time little girl came up to me at Boston, her name Jezelle. I'll never forget. She came up to me. Her mom told me how much of like a I don't even know. She was just felt like a little sister that I've been knew my whole entire life. And it was just like her mom came up to me talking about how much of a leader I was to her, how much I inspired her. So then of course, she's scared and came up to me. So her mom pulled her over. She came up to me, took a picture. And ever since we've been contacting each other for a minute now. But it just felt awesome getting people like want to take pictures with me, want to follow back, want me like call them, text them. It felt awesome. And then going out in public, people like, oh, that's the girl Gigi. It felt awesome. And sometimes it could be crazy because they're crazy, but it's definitely a chip on your shoulder. You just gotta watch everything you do every second. So that's why I'm careful. And then of course you got the momager that always gotta be there. She doing a good job, because sometimes I can't respond to certain messages because they could be too like it's just a mom question. Like I wouldn't even know how to answer. So that's why she don't got my account, but like I'll just tell her stuff and she'll do it. But she stopped having my account and like say about like when I first started playing for Durant, like that year before that, she stopped because she was like she wanted me to start being independent, and now that I'm like getting recognized, but she wanted me to start doing my own stuff, because at first I didn't want to have nothing to do with Instagram. I didn't want to deal with all that. I just wanted to be a YouTube kid, watch TV, and now it's like the total opposite. Now I'm loving it, but it's just definitely something you gotta look out for, and you just gotta be responsible. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm glad you got that mindset now, because a lot of people don't figure that out really till it's too late. Um,
exactly.
you're a leader. You're a leader in your community, and not only in your community, in the basketball community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like you developed a fan base. You inspired the next generation. To want to be like you. And honestly, that's the biggest gift that you can give to somebody is to inspire another person's life. So
Right.
that's amazing, G. Definitely proud of you on that one. Um,
Thank you.
so as we continue, the interview, this is my last segment. It's hot seat questions. I want quick answers, but it's going to put you on the spot, make you think a little bit. All right. So my first question is who's your NBA GOAT?
Goat, Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. What about WNBA?
Maya Moore.
Maya Moore, that's a good one. Who your top three music artists right now?
Rod Wave, Lil Baby, and Busy.
He said, "Wow, wow." Yeah, you funny. Yo, top three who sneaks?
Ooh, Kobe's,
Mhm.
Kyrie's, and Jaws. Yeah.
Josh. Okay, okay. What about favorite? Give me five of your favorite players, high school players outside of yourself, girls.
Girls, Tay, Jesse,
Mhm.
um, definitely Jordan Palmer.
Okay,
Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, my sis AC. I'm a
okay,
shout out. And I'll probably go with dang. I'll probably go with Shamira.
okay,
I like her.
okay. Favorite pregame meal?
Pre-game meal now.
Yeah.
Acai. I'll probably go with them Jones. Them I never heard of them since last year. Now every time I play, I want one. Not even every time I play, I just be liking them.
Okay, okay. Um, one last question. If you had one friend that you would recommend to come and do an interview and tell their story, who would you recommend? But it's a catch though. After you say the name, you gotta throw the lob, tell them to come on and come tell their story. All right. So who is that one friend that you would say you would want to throw the oop to and have them come on here and tell what they about?
You could. I'll probably say. I'm gonna give you two.
Okay.
First one, I'm gonna say Murphy. She played on my AAU team. Her story is crazy. I'm not even gonna say her story, but you'll think she started basketball at like my age. Whole
Mhm.
time she did. I'm gonna just let her do that. But I found that out like a month ago, and it just shocked me to this day. Like I'll never and she just yeah, you got that. And then I'll probably say you could go ahead go with Tay.
Hey, I knew you was gonna say Tay. It seemed like that's your road dog for real.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Well, nah, that's concludes this episode of Baseline to Baseline. Shout out to Gigi, Queen Gigi.